Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Sam. This is me trying. Today I'm coming on to give a little bit of a reflection and just let you guys know I got scammed the other day. It's probably not as bad as it seems, but I ended up buying this camera lens. That I knew I shouldn't have bought. So I've been checking out the Sony 28 millimeter for a little while now. I like the f-stop 2.0. I like how well it operates in the low light. I like that it's a native Sony lens, and so it's got some pretty good stabilization features. It's got some pretty good autofocus. It's really fast. What really stinks about it is that this one I found on Facebook Marketplace. I knew it wasn't going to be in the greatest condition, but I thought I would check it out anyway, and it turned out to be in rough shape. And the worst part about it is that even though I knew it was not a great decision, I still ended up buying it. And I just was kind of kicking myself over it. So I thought I would tell you kind of what I fell for that you shouldn't fall for. So first thing that I did was I kind of went into it with this almost like sunk cost mentality. So I ended up going there. I drove halfway across town. I had to stop and get cash. I invested a lot of time in my day to go pick up this lens. And honestly, that was kind of my first mistake, because by the time that I got there, I had already told myself, I'm buying this thing. I'm all in for it. And what I think I underestimate, and I think we do this as human beings, I think like there's literally research to say that we do this, is we put this idea into it that like when we've made up our mind that this is going to be a good thing, this is going to be the solution to our problems, we actually make up more reasons and more like potential like good things about it. And so it creates this like halo effect around it, right? Of like, hey, if this is good, then everything related to it is good. So I was excited about the lens. I wanted it to be good, and as a result, it made it seem good. And the biggest bummer about it is that so when I'm checking it out, there was kind of what looked like a smudge on the front of the lens. And, I told myself that it was just a smudge. I told myself that it wasn't going to be a big deal. And the fact of the matter was that it was a big deal. I ended up buying it. I also kind of fell for a little bit of the peer pressure that the guy was standing there while I was checking it out, and I didn't want to disappoint him, even though he's the one selling it. Like I should have been a little bit better about it. But then I think kind of the last piece about it was just this idea of, I did drive all the way across town. There's this sunk cost idea of like, well, I put this much into it. I don't want to go home empty handed. Like it's going to be a waste if I drove all the way across town and now I came all the way back and I didn't get the lens. Like that would suck. But the fact of the matter is that I spent, $250 on this lens that isn't in great condition and doesn't work super well. So, would it have been better to go home with, $20 short on gas and have to put some cash back in the bank? Probably. That would have probably been the right move. But what did I do? I went and I bought the lens anyway. At the end of the day, it's not a total loss. The lens is still worth something. It's actually what I'm recording this video with. But it's got this big like scratch right in the center of the front element of the lens. So it's definitely a bit of a bummer, but when I'm shooting at the f2.0 aperture, it's really not too bad because the way that it works, the light actually is going around the scratch, and so you don't really see it. But when I take it down, which is really what I was excited for, was it being a wider angle lens, and then I actually have the adapter element here that I can kind of slap on there too, and make it a 21 mil. I was really excited about doing some landscape stuff, but when I take it down to the not the f-stop, when I take it down to like a smaller aperture, I go to like a f11 or something like that, it really starts to show. You kind of get this blurriness right in the center of the frame, and you can see a lot more like just effect from the lights and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's a bummer. Kind of stinks, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I actually sold all my other lenses. I'll be giving a bit of an update on that one sometime later because, yeah, I've got some other thoughts there. So I'll be sure to post another video about that. But yeah, in the meantime, right now what I've got is my Sony A7C and this broken lens. And yeah, I don't know. It's a journey. So Yeah, if you watched all the way to this point, thanks for following along. Thanks for, supporting my content and everything. I'm just doing what I can to live my life out loud and share my creative process, so that as you guys are going through your creative process, your creative journey, that you don't feel like you're alone, that you don't feel like you're the only one who makes stupid mistakes here and there. And honestly, you probably don't even make as dumb of mistakes as I do. So hopefully that gives you some reassurance that you're doing all right. And yeah, I don't know. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know if you've had any stories like this, if you've had any bad Facebook Marketplace purchases, or any regretful purchases that you've made on camera gear, music gear, whatever else. And then yeah, otherwise, thanks for tuning in, and good luck trying. I'll see you around.